Yo, what's up, SullenTV? Today we're gonna have ourselves a cover up from the homie that came from up north from 98 Rock is granting a wish. I guess they do this 27 days of Christmas, right? Yep. Is that what they do?
Yeah, 27 days of Christmas.
So 98 Rock, SullenTV Tattoo Nightmares, we're gonna hook this kid up today with this cover up that he's got. Oh my God. His tattoo, it was fucking horrible. Who gets a fairy hugging a dagger, first of all, people?
This guy.
Fairy with dagger, like it was all bold and I would say other vulgar things, but this is TV, so I'm gonna keep it quiet, but it pretty much looked like a genital object with the fairy wrapped around it. No, really, honestly, what the f were you thinking? I can see the dagger thing, that's cool, you know, like you're young, you're like, I want to fucking kill shit.
Do you really want to know the stoned out of my mind perspective on this one? I was 17, really wanted one. My buddy knew a guy that was doing them, and he
hurry up, dude, we're on a production of 50 bucks, not 20 grand right now.
So he hooks me up with the guy, and I meet him, he's an old biker dude, and I tell him what I want. And back when I used to smoke a lot of weed, it sounded really cool to get a fairy hugging a dagger.
How the f does it sound cool, honestly?
Because in
what were you thinking? Were you on some Hershey Kisses mushrooms or something, dog?
Because the stupid logic behind it was the purest things in life will suffer. However that came across, it didn't come across right.
So how does a fairy make everything the purest?
They're pretty pure from, I don't know. I was fucking high.
Did you just watch Peter Pan?
Possibly. I don't know. Yeah, so we go, so I go to get this thing drawn up, and he draws it up and it looks good on paper. And he told me, he said, you know, we'll do it tomorrow night. Bring a half ounce of weed and 50 bucks.
So this tattoo costed you a half ounce of weed and 50 bucks?
Yep.
No shit.
And I go to the bar, and my buddy's with me, and he says, come on in the back room. He lives at the bar. Doesn't work there or anything, but just lives there. And he starts going to town, and it was my first tattoo, so I asked him if it was really supposed to hurt that bad. And he said it's going to hurt a little more because the needles are dull. So, yeah, he sterilized them and everything. I saw that, you know, but because I didn't know what the f I was looking at when I was getting it done.
Okay, so your needles were sterilized, yeah, but they were dull.
They were used needles, but he sterilized them and he boiled them and all that.
I mean, it's pretty three-dimensional fairy.
That's after it got redone.
It's so 3D, it looks like she's going to fly off your skin and give me a kiss at the moment, dog.
Can you tell if it's her face or not?
I don't know, I mean, you were 17, I have to do the cover up now. It costed you a half ounce of weed and what else did you say? 50 bucks. Oh man. Well, let's try to cover up this mess, dog.
Let's do it.
I can't believe you went and got tattooed at a f***ing bar, dog.
They wouldn't even serve me alcohol though.
That's some f***ed up shit. So you went to this bar to get tattooed in the back of a bar where this guy lived, and you couldn't even get a drink at
Wouldn't even give me a beer.
Like this motherfucker goes to get tattooed at a bar, and they don't even want to give him a beer to drink while he's getting tattooed. Wait a minute. So you're telling me that your establishment is so legitimate that you can do tattoos in the back, but you can't serve the client a beer because he's underage. But you're tattooing him and he's underage. It doesn't make no sense to me. That's like going to Disneyland saying you can't get on a fucking ride. That's some bullshit. It was easy like once he told me like what he wanted to cover it up with. He wanted like this biomechanical stuff, so it kind of worked out because of the way of the pattern of the tattoo, and it made it real easy to kind of design something around it with like the skull on top. The only thing I had problems with during the tattoo was like trying to match the colors so that I can get rid of all that thick black, because this tattoo was like really thick and stuff, and the lines were really thick and it was like really blown out and old. So once I got my color pattern down, like the blues and the grays, it kind of like helped me kind of figure out a pattern. And once I had that down, the rest was easy. All right, Holmes, 7 hours later, there's the mirror right there. Yeah, check this out, you guys. What do you think, buddy?
Holy that is amazing.
That's what she said.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Awesome.
You're so welcome.
From when I gave him the idea of what I wanted to go with to what he came out with was night and day in the best way possible. This is more than I could have ever thought would be imaginable to be put on my arm. And I'm so honored to have Big Gus do this piece on me, and the way it came out was just, it was awesome.
I just want to thank 98 Rock for giving me the opportunity to do the Homeboys tattoo and cover it up, even though it was not easy. But thank you for the challenge, and hope I made his Xmas wish. And for all you guys that want to see some more Tattoo Nightmares, we're going to start filming in a couple months. Hopefully that's enough to get your guys' little, please show us some more Tattoo Nightmare stuff. But nobody worries about Big Gus having to do 26 cover-ups. But there it is. Peace.
Today on our episode of Tattoo Nightmares, we have special guest Bob Tyrell.